Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Susan Lynn. I'm a psychic and a medium. Thank you so much for tuning in to my video today. It's good to see you guys. I wanted to just kind of touch base with you. It is Tuesday, the 28th of March, and there's a couple of things going on that the spirit guides would like for me to chat with you about. First of all, I want to just say that my heart goes out to the parents and the classmates and the community of the latest you know what in Nashville. I can't say certain words. And I also want to say that I have a lot of clients who have kids and clients themselves, and a nephew, an ex-nephew, if you want to call it that, that is a member of the trans community. And I want to just say that my heart goes out to you guys as well. And I want to say to you guys that as an empath, especially for me, and probably for a lot of you, if you're an empath, you may just be feeling really down. I mean, you may, this energy may just have laid you low. I will say that it certainly has done a number on me and my energy. And it does force you to want to think about why, why this is happening. And I'll talk a little bit about that, but I do want to say that when I was just taking a walk just now, I was talking to my spirit guides, and it's interesting that they were telling me that, humans are so unique. Frankly, they say we're the most unique species, and they literally called us a species, around. I mean, period, end of story. They say that we're so unique in the sense that we can experience tremendous pain and heartache and tremendous joy and elation and celebration within a very quick amount of time. So for instance, you may have something like just happened that's tremendously hurtful, and just any adjective you want, you just put your own in. But then life goes on. This is the difference about human species. Life goes on. And then there's a baby born. And then there's a wedding. And then there's a graduation. And then there's getting the best job of your entire life. And then there's overcoming adversity or overcoming an illness that you've been battling. And it's all wrapped up in the human experience, isn't it? The ability to feel profound heartache and profound joy all at the same time, or within hours or days of each other, is unique to the human species and hard to wrap your head around, right? We want to, some of us maybe want to acknowledge the pain by seeing more pain, by saying, yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I did feel that. And here's some more pain. And here's some more pain, right? And yet life goes on. Life goes on. And it doesn't mean that we walk away and we don't pay respects, or that we don't demand change. Doesn't mean that at all. Again, more facets of the human species. We can be in tremendous pain, emotional pain. 2 days later, be uplifted in utter joy. And 5 days later, go to a protest about the pain we suffered, 8 days ago. It's all within our ability as humans. We have the ability to experience emotion on a range of a kaleidoscope an amazing amount of nuances of emotion. It's all there for us. And we're not supposed to get stuck in any one of them. You know, we're not supposed to play the piano where you just hit the same note over and over and over again. We're supposed to experience the entire keyboard, all those high notes, all those low notes. Because when you play them together, it's music. It's the music of our lives. The highs, the lows, the tragedies, the joys. That's the soundtrack of your life. So the spirit guides would suggest not getting stuck in any one note, because that's going to be a crappy soundtrack. Instead, really go for those highs. Why not? And sit with the lows. See what they have to teach you. See what you can learn. See how they shape you. So that at the end, you've got an amazing soundtrack. So I think it's interesting that they talk about humans having this amazing breadth of emotional abilities to feel emotions. Let's put it that way. Because I asked them, I said, well, you know, you're telling me there's no other species in the universe, or whatever you want to call it, that has our ability to have these low lows and these high highs and everything in between? And what I understand is no. I understand that we're unique, a one-off. Some of us, you know, some people have gotten the downloaded information that we're an experiment, that we're an experiment gone wrong even. You know, I don't believe that. I don't believe that it's an experiment gone wrong. There's too much good here, despite the bad that we see, the bad that we sometimes focus on. There's so much more good. It's just we don't look at it. We're not trained to look at the good. We're kind of still stuck in that Cro-Magnon or Neanderthal energy of survival, survival, survival. Not on this more ascended energy of life is good. Good things happen to me way more than bad things. Again, we have the soundtrack. We got the low notes. We got the bass. Got the bass. Creating the structure of the song. But man, we've got those riffs with the high notes lifting us up, carrying us on. So it is interesting, right, that other species don't have our ability to feel emotion. And I'll share with you an experience that a friend of mine had. When she was meditating and she was in this other realm, whatever, you know, humans are very linear. So we would like to think of it as, you know, Earth, and then level 1, level 2, you know, like an elevator, like you're going up a skyscraper. Well, you know, so she was here, whatever that is, level 2, 3, whatever, hanging out in another dimension. And an entity came up to her. And she has full knowledge of this. I mean, she was very aware of this transaction. This entity came up to her, and she was put off by its face, by its energy. Not that it was ugly, but that it had a face that was, if I'm not mistaken, anyway, it had like a mask of like anonymous or some kind of mask like that. And she was kind of put off by it, but this entity said to her, hey, I would like to work out a deal with you. I would love to experience human emotion. It's something I've never experienced and something I'm not going to experience in the way my energy is set up. So how about I give you some special things, maybe it was more abilities or something like that. And you allow me to merge with you so that I can feel all of your emotions. Now, she ended up turning him down. She turned him down. It was clearly an offer, wasn't an attack, it was an offer. But, when you think about it, these entities, think about how pathetic that life is, or that existence is. You're not going to know passion. You're not going to know laughter. You're not going to know sadness. You're not going to know the taste of chocolate or a really good margarita with salt on the rim. I mean, this is a sucky existence, if you ask me, right? Or whatever it is for you. Maybe for you, it's singing in a choir and feeling that upliftment of all the energy together. Maybe for you, it's walking in a beautiful, pristine forest or along the beach or playing with your grandkids or playing in a band or creating art, whatever that is for you. What is it that gives you that soaring emotion? And frankly, are you even in touch with that part of your emotional keyboard? When is the last time you allowed yourself to feel exhilaration or joy to the degree that it made you cry? What does it take to make you feel that way? Do you know? This is a good time. This is a good time to find out. Because it turns out that despite how crappy humans are, and they're pretty crappy, we have so much more that we experience that aliens don't. Maybe even just the beauty of snuggling on the couch with somebody you love, or a child, or a pet. Maybe just the feeling of being inside when there's a big rainstorm happening and you can hear the rain on the roof. Maybe it's going to see a movie that takes you away from your worries and deposits you in another land for 2 hours. Those things, they don't get to experience. They're limited. We might be effed up, truly. But there's a lot more to us than that. There's so much more to us than our mistakes, or the few of us that hate, that are violent. There's a light in each of our souls. And frankly, even the evil among us have a light. We were all born innocent. And maybe it's life's twists and turns, or maybe it's chemical imbalance, depression, mental illness that turn these people towards violence. But their soul has a light. And I believe that a lot of these people that have done violence come to their own conclusion that they've done wrong. And I really think that they do the work. They repent in their body, in their soul. to themselves. They have remorse. Now, of course, some don't. Some don't. And that's not for me or you, beyond our legal system to judge. So I just thought it was interesting that aliens want to be us, and we want to be anybody but us. That's kind of an amazing concept, if you ask me. Something to think about. Definitely something to think about. In the meantime, I'm going to go look for some joy. I'm going to go wash the stain of this anger and sadness off of my soul by replacing it with some really good music and some other fun things. And then I'm going to get busy. I'm going to write every single congressperson about this, and I hope you join me. I'm going to put some information in the description of this video. And we have to understand that it does matter, that we can be happy, we can be joyful, and grieve, and seek justice, all in the same week, maybe even in the same day, because that's the kind of special makeup we have as humans. And it's about time that we admit that, and that we stand in that, that we embrace that we stop playing the same key on the piano, that we allow ourselves to be all the keys, to hear all the music. So I'm going to go do. And I hope you can do the same. Take really, really good care of yourself. Let me know what you think in the comments, but really take good care of yourself. Thanks for watching.